Hello, fellow star stuff. Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday night. I genuinely hope it's been so well for you because man, man, it's just one of those weeks for me. So I hope it's going at least better for you. We are here today with some more. I technically played some of this on my birthday, but you're back with some more game screen, this one here. We are back with some more Unpacking, which is a game that I've already played, so I mean it's just kind of like it's kind of just a just chatting stream for me to talk about some future plans and stuff, but with something chill on in the background. It was either going to be this or what's it called, Sticky Business. I like that game as well. Or Animal Crossing. I was like, I'm feeling like some Unpacking, especially since I have been here. I was meant to start stream on time, and I have been here for literally the past 50 minutes trying to get my PC to work after it just stopped. It just didn't want to. So I think what happened is that I'm not entirely sure. I think Windows was in the middle of some sort of update. I was restarting my computer right before stream, and I usually do that. I restarted it, and it was like, hey, there's this thing that's still open. Do you wanna close it? Do you wanna force quit this? And I was like, that looks important, so no. And I told the system no, and then it shut down anyway. Mind you, I said for it to restart, but it shut down anyway, and I don't know why it did that. And I spent the past hour trying to figure out how I could get my PC to... It was turning on, but nothing was connecting to it. None of my monitors, not my keyboard, not my mouse, nothing like that. And I was like, what is happening? So eventually I unplugged a bunch of stuff and messed around with the power supply, and that seemed to have helped it. And it's finally back. But man, that was stressful. I don't have social media on my phone. Like, I have obviously a Blue Sky and Twitter and the Discord server and stuff like that, but I don't have any sort of socials on my phone because I try to take a step back away from those things if I can help it. But this was one of those times where it's like, usually when I can't stream, it's because I'm feeling like tired or sick, and it's like, okay, I can just make a note of, like, in the stream title or anywhere else, it's like, hey, there's no stream today. And like, I physically could not make an announcement of like, hey, I'm running a little late because my PC is dying. So I guess for future reference, oops, I guess I have to download it and make sure that I have access to talk about things, because this is the only computer where I'm logged in and stuff. But let me go ahead and I guess we can go and resume. I haven't played any of this since I last played it, so we're right back where I left off. So it's just something to chill to have in the background. I have the music set to shuffle, and then I have, I think I still can't place things like wherever I want. I still have that challenge, quote unquote challenge, so to speak. So, but yeah, it's just gonna be a very, very chill time because I need it. Not to mention, if you've been keeping up with the Blue Sky, you probably know, like, for the past few days, for some reason, it was basically, I slept like 3 hours on Saturday night, and then for whatever reason, Sunday and Monday I didn't sleep at all. So I'm running on a low amount of sleep anyway, and then I didn't sleep at all for those 2 days. And then finally, for Tuesday afternoon, I finally went to sleep. And I don't know what caused this. I don't know what caused it. It's a really bad case of insomnia that tends to happen every like 2 to 4 years for me, so to speak, I guess. I know that the first 2 times that this has ever happened, it was something... Well, first of all, let me say, I know I've said this like a billion times before, but just to make it clear, I have generalized anxiety, and that kind of tells you a lot about my life. It tells you a lot about the way that I operate in my life. But I have that, and then that's not something that I've been like particularly secretive about. It's like I'm very comfortable talking about it. But then for whatever reason, I every so often, every 2 to 4 years, I'm the first 2 times that it happened, typically I'm working on a website. Now I'm not like I don't build websites professionally or anything. It's just more like somebody, the first 2 times, two separate people had asked me like, hey, can you help me build a website and stuff like that? So I was like, I can make one like with Card or Squarespace. And so I did that. And both of those times, I don't know what happened, but there's something like in my brain that says like, you know how when you're building a website, it's like, yeah, you want your website to sort of pop and stand out and be sort of as seamless as possible. And so for whatever reason, it just kind of unlocked something in my brain where I was like, okay, let's move this like 2 pixels to the right over here, and then let's move this up over here, and then let's move this down over here. Actually, let's flip these 2 around and move this over here. Something about it kind of like drove me insane. And so I couldn't sleep for days because my brain was like, you're not allowed to go to sleep until it's perfect. And I was just like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. It's not anything that's like, it's not anything that worries me. Well, like not worries me beyond more so having generalized anxiety in general, you know? So it's not like super like, oh no, is this a new health condition? No, I know what it is. But I will say, like, the very first time that it happened, and that was years and years and years ago, the very first time it happened, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I haven't slept in 4 days. I feel like I'm gonna die. It was not fun. But when it happened this time, it was very annoying, but I knew what was up, and so I kind of got through it. As a result of that, though, I have been, now that I finally went to sleep yesterday and even last night, I have woken up today and I've been coughing and sneezing and the whole everything. So that's probably inevitable too. I've never had the strongest, I guess, immune system, and so as a result, it's just like, you got through the most stressful part, yippee, now your health is going to shit. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. So, but barring any, like, unless I'm feeling really unwell, like, you might hear me cough and sneeze throughout this stream, but it's like, unless I'm feeling completely unwell, I probably will continue with Ever 17 and 100 line being on Sunday, and then Ever 17 being tomorrow. So let's hope that I get a good night's rest and it all goes away. Hopefully. I believe this is toothpaste. This isn't like glue or anything, right? I think this is toothpaste. I think it's fine. All right. I can put this like right here. Cool. So mostly though, beyond the insanity that is the past couple of days, I wanted to talk a little bit, where should I put this? I wanted to talk a little bit about the future regarding, like I said last time, I'm gonna be moving again. Yay. I mean, slightly yay. There are some parts of it that are yay, I suppose. I can't close this because the box is in the way. There we go. So last, as you'll recall, I moved here to this new place just about a year ago. Just about a year. It's like coming up on 1 year. And so I'm not gonna like get into the specifics about why I'm moving. Part of it is like family reasons, but I can talk about this because I did mention it before. It was like, you know how like earlier in the month I was talking about how Like I'm freezing. The heating system isn't working and I'm freezing, and I have been freezing for like a very long time. That's like part of the reason why I'm kind of moving again, where there's a lot of things that haven't been working, but I think this was probably the final straw, so to speak, where it's like middle of a snowstorm, and it's middle of a snowstorm, and yet I am freezing because nothing is working, and it's like I have like multiple different heaters on just to keep myself warm, and it's not enough. So it was not a fun time. For that reason and many other reasons, I think I'm probably going to be moving, and I'd say that's gonna happen around. It was a kind of, it's definitely a last minute decision. I thought for sure I was gonna stay here. I thought for sure that I was gonna stay here, but it'll probably happen around mid to late-ish April. So there's still some time. You can put this. These probably should go in the drawer. There we go. Right. But there's still some time, different things like that. It's going to be a shorter move. So not the move that I did last time, which was all the way like cross country, whatever. That was awful. I hated that. I can't do another one. But I feel like I'm going to have to at some point. But I can't do another one of those. Ah, man. This time though, it's not a cross country move or anything like that. It's just so I'm still going to be in like the Eastern time zone and stuff like that. I forgot to post the stream schedule to the Discord server, didn't I? Oh no. Okay. I also forgot to do that. Sorry. It's been a crazy couple of days. It's been a crazy couple of days. I need to remember to go and do that after stream. Yes. A shorter move, so not, I mean, it's still moving. It's still the whole process of moving, which can confirm is not fun, but it's not cross country, which is gonna be nicer at the very least. In relation to, I know I've vaguely talked about this a few times, but in relation to any sort of major plans that I have regarding the channel that may or may not be related to like a debut or a upgraded model or different things like that. Those things have been in the works for a while, and I'm incredibly excited to share what's been in the works. There's a few other things that I need to commission before everything is complete, and I would rather, just for right now, because moving is a process, it is certainly a process, I would rather have the money, any money that would have gone towards commissions, like starting new commissions rather, I should say. I would rather have that go towards moving and getting situated first, and then after that, getting back into finalizing different aspects of that situation. So it's not what I would have wanted. Essentially, it's not what I would have wanted, but it is how it is. And so I know I said like there might be something very exciting happening around late February, early March, and that was kind of where I was planning for things to happen, but I'm thinking that it's unfortunately going to have to be pushed back a little bit, which is not my obviously it's not favorable for anyone, but I just know that I have to be patient, and when it is ready, when it is time, things will be as I want them to be. And so that's kind of what I'm going with right now. But I am a little, of course, I'm still a little bummed, where it's like I wanted this to be ready in time, and it's like I don't think it's gonna, due to my own situation, I don't think that's gonna happen. It's like I think I have to delay it a little bit. The last thing that I want is to sort of debut with like a new model, but then something comes up and it's like I'm gone from streams for like, I don't know, 3 months or something. You know, so something like that. I don't plan on it. I'm still in a good position, but I just want to make sure that everything is sound, so to speak. But that's still not going to stop me apparently from, well, it depends. Like I said, I'm still like coughing and sneezing and stuff like that, but it's still not going to stop me apparently from trying to participate in some version of singing March. It's still not gonna stop me apparently. I saw some mutuals on both Blue Sky and Twitter posting for singing March, and my understanding of it from what everyone was posting is that you sing a new song every single day, right, for the month of March. And so because you're doing that every single day, whether it's like a short snippet or a full song or anything like that, because you're doing that every single day, obviously you don't, I don't want to call it how to phrase it. You're not focusing on, oh, what I need to make a finished product, so to speak. If that makes sense. You're posting something out there that's like, hey, here's something that I did after practicing for like anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour at most, you know? So you're like, it's very much like, hey, here's something fun that I did, rather than like well, I mean, even if you're making a full complete cover, that's still fun. It's still fun, but you know what I mean, where it's like, it's supposed to be more like 1, 2, 3, boom, it's done. And so it was like, I was thinking, it was like, maybe I want to do something like that. If I did, I think I know, first of all, if I did, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff associated with moving and everything else that I'm trying to do, especially on top of deliveries. On top of deliveries. So I probably only do like 3 to 4 for the month, if that makes sense, like once a week. Can I put this over here? I can't. Shoot. Shoot. All right. But I would only do like 3 to 4 for the month. But I wonder if I can't also try and do like some basic, learn something new in the process, I guess. Learn something to a very basic, rudimentary, barely passable understanding of like compression, or you know, something of that nature. It's not going to be perfect, but just like having the tool to say like, I think I understand this a little bit more. And then for like the actual finished covers, like leaving that to professionals and people who actually do that, if that makes sense. But for this, it's like, it could be kind of fun to sort of do that, but wanting to keep the spirit of the challenge the same, which is like, I did 3 takes of this, 3 to 5 takes of this, and it's like, all right, whichever one I like the best, it's just like, boom, we're just gonna post that to the internet. So I don't know. I have to see. Sometimes I get into a perfectionist streak, so it kind of depends on. I'm planning on recording like this weekend. It kind of depends on how I fare, but once I post one of them, I should be able to post the rest of them. I think it's pretty fun. You get to like hear songs that I like listening to and things of that nature. So I think I already know what the first song would be. So we'll see. Definitely I have for whatever reason, I love to sing songs that are not traditionally within my range. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not like they're like I'm struggling to reach anything per se, but I don't know why. It's just like that's the songs that I really enjoy for whatever reason. So it'll probably be some of that, some more like not super easy stuff, if that makes sense. But anything else that I need to say? Oh, right. So streams will continue as normal. I know there's supposed to be like 3 different games that I'm playing at a time. Usually that's how it goes. After I move, I'll see how I want to do that. Maybe I'll turn like the 3rd game slot into something that's more like a variety stream. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still thinking about different things. But for right now, for the month of March, we're still going to be continuing Ever 17, and this one can go over here. Still, wait, why is this in here? This is what happens when you're like talking and trying to do stuff at the same time. Does this one go over here? I would think this is the body wash, and so this should probably be outside here. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm continuing Ever 17 and 100 line until, like, consistently, probably, considering, I mean, depending on whether or not I get sick here, but I'll be continuing consistently until about like April 2nd, and then after that, I'd say that streams are going to be probably a little bit more dodgy for the month of April. I'll definitely be continuing those games, but I'll see what I can do. There might only be like, you know, right now I do 3 streams a week. I might only do like 2 or so. 2 or 1 if that, just so that I can sort of focus on shoot. I could sort of focus on everything that I need to focus on, if that makes sense. So I hope you understand. It's not, I know it's not super fun to be like, oh wow, again with another reason for delaying. I've been trying, especially since I came back from my vocal ulcer, so to speak. I've been trying to make an effort to stop with canceling of streams and different stuff like that, because it's like I don't want to seem like obviously I'm not, this is nowhere near a full-time job. I just do this for fun, but it's like I still want to keep, if I'm playing like a story-based game, which is what I tend to play, where it's like it's narrative-based games, and there's too much of a delay and a gap. It's like I can't even remember what happened. You can't remember what happened. Nobody can remember what happened last time. Different things of that nature. So it's like I still want to try and not cancel if I can help it. So yeah, basically April will be a little bit more dodgy. Might not have consistent streams, but I will try my best. And obviously during the middle or late-ish part of that month, that's when things will really get pretty scarce. But after I move, I will do the usual. I will do 1 stream. Well, this isn't usual because I only recently started multi-streaming, but I will do 1 stream to Twitch and just test out the internet, and then 1 stream, these will be like one-off streams, 1 stream to YouTube and Twitch, and testing out like new sound stuff and different things of that nature. And then after that we should be good to to go back to like a regular stream schedule. I like the music that's playing right now. It's very quaint. It's very happy. But as you know, the last place that I was living in, I was having like major internet issues, and so like I have a fear of moving and being like, the internet, no. The stream has only ever gone down once in this new place that I've been living in, which is like pretty much the only good thing about it, if I'm being quite honest. So having consistent internet was really, really nice, and I can't stress how terrified I would be if I moved back into a place that didn't have perfect internet. So I will do my best. It's something that I'll try and check beforehand as well. Anything else? I'm not entirely... I think that's about it for like the main points. Yeah. Where it's just like I still just acknowledging that it's like I know that February, March was supposed to be the time for some major changes within the channel and within the streams. But it might be a little bit longer, but I'm still excited to like show everything when everything is complete and done, and when I'm settled and know the situation. And I hope that other people are looking forward to it as well, because I don't know, it's like I've definitely gotten out of my comfort zone a little bit, so I feel like I want to try even more if I can help it. If I can help it. This is... I don't have a fridge here, right? Okay, so this is cleaning solution. This is cleaning solution, for sure. Definitely do not confuse your your drinks with cleaning solution. Okay, this is raid. We could put this like right here. I forgot what year it says it is. I think like 2004 maybe. Should I put this right here? I can't put this to the side. Okay. I wonder if I can't put this like right here and then put these onto one thing. All right. Yeah, like right here. But like I said, I have no clue what caused me to get like days worth of insomnia. And like maybe it's the stress of like thinking about like, oh, I have to move, but I don't really think so. It's like I'm stressed about it obviously, but I've been way more stressed in my life. It's fine. This is pretty normal. It's just more like gearing up to being like, okay, I have these things to do, and like I have this, and then I have to make sure that this is all done in time. I cannot understand. I cannot understand at all why that would happen. The thing that kind of sucks about it too is like getting sick afterwards. I know, because like I just said, it's like I feel like I'm getting sick. I hope I don't get sick, and then I avoided it, and it's like yay, yippee. And then it didn't matter because I still feel like I'm getting sick again. It's kind of the nature of being like immunocompromised. To be quite honest, it's kind of the is just like constantly being sick, and that's kind of how it is throughout my whole life. So I hope it doesn't sound like, I don't know, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm complaining about like, no, I'm getting sick again, or like, no, this thing, and no, that thing. I mean, I am complaining about my computer, and I will do so. I will continue to do so because I freaking hate this computer. I hate when it's giving issues and problems. But otherwise, I hope like the health things don't, I know I have a lot of them come up, and it's like I hope it doesn't make it sound like, oh, I'm complaining about this, that, and the other, because it's like for me it's pretty normal. It's just me being kind of open and honest about this is where I'm at, and different stuff like that. Again, I want to make an effort and an attempt to be on top of streams, because I don't want to get to a point where it's like I can't even remember what happened last time. I can't even remember what's going on, you know? The game could tell me, especially because it's like a lot of mystery games, or like games with a mystery. where it's like the game could tell me something so very important, and it's like, when did the game ever tell me this? It's like it actually did tell me. It did tell me. I just don't remember. Which has happened before. So I want to make sure that I can remember a little bit more if I can help it. All right. This is like a can opener. It would usually go in here. There's not enough space. There's not enough space. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, there's a second one. Yay. All right, cool. I didn't see that before. Why am I doing this to myself where it's like, I know I have to eventually start packing and potentially unpacking, even though, let's be real, I barely started unpacking from the previous move. I barely did that. So, I mean, yay, but also... But now it's like I'm playing a game about unpacking, and it's like, why do I like to suffer like this? To be fair, this game makes unpacking seem way better than it actually is. I guess I'll put these right here, maybe? Probably. Can I move this like right here? So let me put this just rest this over here. That's actually, who was it? The creators of Sticky Business, I believe, like are creating a new game that's like you're running your own business. You're running your own thrift store business. I actually played the demo of it and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. My only major thing was, one, the game didn't close when I made it close for the demo, but that will be fixed by the time the full game is released. And the only other thing was like, I wish I could put things on the ground just so when I could organize. It's like, yeah, I know I have my inventory right there, but consider, what if I could just put things on the ground and rest them? It's like, it's not great. I mean, I get it. It's like, you really want to put stuff on the ground that you're then going to sell to your customers. Yeah, I get it. But consider that, like, for my organization purposes, I just like to see things on the ground before I put them where I need to put them. But that game is really fun. There's a lot of, like, good... Because of the Steam Next Fest, I guess, like, the demo thing that just happened, there's a lot of, like, good indie games that I got to check out because of it. I'm still I'm like playing through the demo of Wax Heads. Is that what it's called? The one where you're an employee at a record store. And that one was really fun too. I don't know if I would play that on stream, but I would play that off stream and probably be incredibly happy playing it. It's really good. It's really good. So it's something that I've been watching for a while, honestly, and like there's so many games, right? And I sympathize with it. It's not something that I personally have experience with, but it's something that I know it's so difficult to do. There are so many games that get announced, especially indie games, and then they're stuck in development hell for like forever, right? So you don't hear anything about them. So I almost thought, because it'd been a while, that since I'd wishlisted Wax Heads, that like I thought maybe it's never gonna come out. But then it did come out, and it's like, oh, this is a lot more involved and cool than I thought it was going to be. It's great. It's really good. So, but it's like I try not to I get it, game dev is hard, and it's like I try not to sort of be disparaged by a long development cycle, because sometimes it's just like things happen. Things happen, you know? I don't know where I want to... I think this is the end of the box. So this would be like the last box that I have. I cannot leave this over here. I can't do that. I can't leave those things on the bed. I think this is about good. This should be fine. I'd prefer to put this down here. I mean, you'd be using that every day, but you'd be using your hairbrush too. Well, this is like fancy perfume, so maybe you're not using this every single day. Obviously, you're using your deodorant every day. I would say I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah. And then here is like the biggest mess. So I guess I'll try and go over here. I don't know why, but like in my brain, I associated, obviously you're using deodorant every day. And I was like, except apparently if you're going to an anime convention. I've heard the horror stories. I've never been to an anime convention at all. So it's like, I don't have any experience with that, and hopefully I never will. But I also really want to go to a convention one day. It seems like it'd be very fun. I don't think I can put this over here. This doesn't seem like the place for this, you know? You know? Can I move these? Can I move this to the side here? Yeah. To me, anime conventions kind of read more as a... I could be wrong about it, but more like a social thing, I guess. So it's like I've always wanted to... go with friends if I could, but it just never ended up working out. So I've never gone before. One of these days I would actually like to go to one. I don't know what to expect though. It seems like it would be, depending on which one I would go to, it seems like it would be a lot of people there, but you could also get like really cool, because I follow people that like go to conventions semi-regularly, and they always bring back like very cute merch and stuff like that. So I feel like that'd be something that's very cool to look into. Shoot. Why is the toaster here? Wait. Oh. I was like, what the hell? Hey, buddy. I think you go over here. I don't know. I have to come back here and look at all this. It's a mess. It's a mess. But it would be nice to sort of do something like that. I hear there's like performance. Well, I guess I knew about that already. It was like, I think performances are a big part of anime conventions. I didn't know that either. I don't know. There's a lot about general convention like stuff that's like I don't know anything about it other than there's like voice acting panels and you get some merch there. But I'd like to try seeing it one day. Where could this possibly go? Can I... Hold on. Can I put this over here? Put this over here. Put this over here. And then... I prefer to put it like this. Can I put this like right here too? It can close. Oh, yeah. It can close, so like it should be good, but maybe it would be better over here. Okay. There are certain shirts that there's one more hanger I see. This looks like a nighttime shirt. I mean, it might be a daytime shirt, honestly. I'm not sure. but none of these other ones look like super duper fancy, so I think it's fine to leave it as is, to leave this as is. Okay. Alrighty. And then these can go... This can go over here, just to avoid clutter. There's like different pictures and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure the main character is an artist. And so, personally, I would leave the sketchbook out here instead of putting it on the shelf. But like, if you weren't sketching every day, if it's just like a passing interest or a hobby, then maybe you'd put it more on the shelf and grab it when you need to. As for the soccer ball, I feel like it's gonna tell me, no, the soccer ball can't go there, and it's just like, it absolutely can. It absolutely can. We'll see what it says. The kitchen, though, is an absolute wreck. This is insane. Okay. Can I'll move this over here. I guess if I'm putting things on the floor on this game, then it's fine, because the main character is the only one living here. So it's like, technically you can do whatever you want. You're not selling things to other people. So like, technically, yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, I suppose. Alright. Can I put this over here? I might not be able to. What can I put up here? What can I do to put this up here? Surely I can leave this over here. It's fine. I would say maybe... This is like a panini press, right? Right? Is my... I think... I've never had a panini press, so I don't know. I'm gonna put this like right here. And can I put this here? I might have to move this down and put this like in front. It kind of depends. If I put this here and then what about putting this over here? This is a spice, isn't it? I'm gonna put this over here with the other stuff. Okay, we're looking better. We're looking decent. One thing I will definitely not miss about living in this place is, like, I talked about it before, but there's a lot of wildlife where I'm living. A lot of wildlife. I don't know if I ever talked about it, but it's like there was a snake one time in my bedroom. And that wasn't fun. That sucked. That was a terrible day. A terrible day. But outside the snake, even, I know I definitely talked about the fact there's a fox in the back, I guess, like the backyard area. And one day in the spring, I guess last spring, it's like I saw the fox with two baby foxes, and they were just kind of like running around the tree, sort of playing together and stuff. And I was like, oh, oh, okay. Crazy thing that my dog didn't see that, because if she saw that, she would have went absolutely insane. She was like, what the hell is that? I'd never seen foxes so up close before. Obviously I was indoors, but it's like they very much look like, I don't know, they're so small. They're like cats, you know? They're very much like cats. So I'm not sure. It was very cute. I have a video of it. It depends. I have to look through it to make sure if there's anything like sensitive information in there. But if not, I might post like a screenshot to the Discord server of it, because they were really adorable. It was really cute, I will admit. So there is that, but it's like I also won't miss that per se. I think they were kind of, they're living somewhere in like the backyard-ish area, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to deal with that. I don't know where to put this. It's like I could put this over here, but it's salt, and this is the pepper. Like I guess I could put them like right over here. Like I could do that. It just feels so crowded, you know? Could I put this on top here? It's still not gonna work. Maybe I'll like switch. Can I put this here? I can. Maybe I'll put it like right here. 1 and then 2. Alright, that'll work. Put these like right over here. I talked about the fact that, like, one time I was going out to start deliveries for the day. And then I just like looked over to the side as I was getting into the vehicle, and I just saw a freaking groundhog. I just saw a groundhog. It was just like out and about in just like technically right outside right outside in the front of where I'm living. And it's like it's just eating an apple, and it's just like, I hope the apple's good. It was a red apple. I'm sure it's very sweet and delicious. I was like, what the hell? It's just staring at me too. Like, what's your problem? It's like, well, what's your problem? Why are you there? Later, that freaking groundhog, I think it's the same one, or like it has to be. I'm in my room, and this room that I have is a ground level room, so to speak. So the windows essentially line up with the ground, if that makes sense, right? And for whatever reason, it's like I'm trying to, it's the weekend, I'm trying to take a nap, and all of a sudden I just keep hearing a noise, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So I get up, I'm like looking around, and then out the window I spot the tiny little paw of something. The tiny little paw of something. It just keeps banging on the window, and I'm like, is that the freaking gopher? What does it want from me? And I'm pretty sure it is. It had like the three, I don't know, it has to be some sort of creature where it has like three fingers, I guess. Three or 4 fingers from what I saw. But it just kept banging on the glass. Like it didn't realize that it hit glass, and it's like, what the heck is this? And it's like, can you leave me alone? I'm trying to sleep. So for reasons like that, it's like, also I probably won't miss this place very much. I guess I have more stories to tell. This isn't really I don't know if this is really the worst of it though. Like I was living in Colorado before, which I talked about, and first of all, let me just see if this is correct. I think we're all set. This can't go here. I refuse to believe. Okay. Anything else that's an issue? Seemingly not. I actually did pretty well. Okay. Probably here. Yeah. All right. Cool. January 2004. I have to cook for myself? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Try not to live off of instant ramen, says the person who is prone to living off of instant ramen. I tend to do that if I don't watch myself. So so this is the part. It's 2007, and we're living with roommates, essentially, in a house, in like a small house situation. All right, this is where it becomes really interesting about how you can decorate this place. But in Colorado, I was talking about, like, I'm no stranger to, I guess, wildlife, I guess, and like in the backyard. I remember there was families of deer, there were families of bears. There's a lot of bears. A lot of different bears that were just like passing through. And they'd always be in the backyard, and it's just kind of, it was scary the first time it happened, but like after a while you genuinely get used to it. It's like, well, there they are again. Not the same, probably not the same. Oh, I can't move this. For that reason, it becomes very interesting decorating in here. But it's like, it's probably not the same group. It's like multiple different cubs. It's just like they seem to be passing through, kind of going on their way somewhere. I'm pretty sure, I'm not like, I wasn't keeping track of every single bear that I saw, but I am pretty sure that the vast majority of them were black bears. Not that you should mess around with a bear. You shouldn't. No matter what the bear is, you should not mess around with it. That's Courie's advice for the day. But obviously, comparatively to grizzly bears and polar bears especially, polar bears are scary, man. They're scary. It may possibly be less of an issue. However, of course, you have to remember that even if it's especially dealing with like mama bears with their cubs, which is what I saw a lot of, it's like you shouldn't mess around with that. So thankfully they were always kind of in the backyard and not in the front or anything. So if they're ever, can I move this? No, I can't. Can I move this? I cannot. But thankfully, if I ever wanted to go on a walk, I technically could. Usually I would go out to like a separate place though, because it's like I didn't feel comfortable. One time I saw what I believe were mountain lions. I'm pretty sure. It's like I looked up the picture and compared it to them. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's a mountain lion. That's crazy. I only saw them like once. And we saw mountain lions like once or twice, but yeah, that was enough to be like, all right, well, I don't know how much I want to be outside if I'm not sure of the location. That place was going like, it was basically like a housing situation, right? And it's like it's going down into a valley, if that makes sense. So because it's like it's going down to a valley, there's a lot of wildlife passing through the valley and stuff like that. That was how it was. But it's very, it can be fun. Like, it's fine. I do miss seeing, I maybe seen like 1 or 2 deer here, but for the most part I haven't seen any. It can be really fun to see like a family of deer. I remember in Colorado I saw once like a family of 7 deer. And that always stays with me because it's like, it's so many, what are you guys doing here? But it's also like, I don't know, there's something kind of magical about it. Obviously I would never get close to wild animals. I don't suggest you do so either, but there is something kind of tranquil about seeing it and being like, oh, look at that. Look at that, that's cool. But I also, I would way prefer mountain lions and bears and and deer to foxes and snakes and this one groundhog that keeps banging on my window and will not leave me alone. I obviously prefer that to this. So I'm looking forward to sort of moving on and hoping that there's something a little bit different. The dishes are not done. I don't suppose I can do them? No. No. Fair enough. All right. If I ever like stop, it's because I like I did just now. It's because I am muted because I want to make sure that I can mute and then cough. So that's usually why. This Can I open the fridge? No. Okay, so it's cleaning solution. Again, don't confuse your drinks with cleaning solution. I guess that makes sense. It wouldn't really be in a box. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. Hello, Miss Lady. I hope you've been doing well. What is your favorite visual novel? I'm still relatively new to like the visual novel space, I would say. So I'm not like a huge connoisseur in the way that other people are. Like, I played a million bajillion different visual novels from the 2000s especially. So there is that. What would I say my favorite visual novel is? Do you mean like pure visual novel or visual novel with gameplay elements? I would say, off the top of my head, I really like 999. I think Danganronpa holds a special place in my heart in the sense of like it was very influential for me getting more into visual novels and gaming in general. But I don't know. I kind of like how the story is. I like how the story is like just the right amount of batshit crazy, but also being incredibly succinct once you get to the heart of what that game is about. So I'd probably say that one is my favorite. Both. Okay, yeah. Then in that case, it would qualify for that. And then pure visual novel. I'd have to go probably into my previous games and see like which one specifically I sort of vibe with and which ones I don't. Nothing comes to my mind right now for like just visual novel focused, just words focused. But still, I'm still relatively, I guess, newer to the visual novel genre. So it's like, it's not like there's a crazy selection for me, at the very least. Is your favorite visual novel, I guess, anything Uchikoshi related? Or is it something different? Can I put these on top of here? I can. And then I could put this like right here. And this one was mine, right? Yes, it is. Okay. I should probably stay here and finish this. It's like I immediately see something and it's like, well, on to the next room here. No. My favorite visual novels are from Uchikoshi. Yeah, I figured. It seems like a lot of people in particular are fans of it seems like fans old and new are seeing the Ever 17 playthrough. So it's like, I'm glad. It seems like a lot of people have fond memories of this game. So that makes sense. I still have to figure out if I'm gonna play Remember 11. It's like I think I am, but I have not looked into that at all. Just wanted to see, like, it's more so just wanting to play the games in order. Would this not go? Maybe it shouldn't go over here. Maybe it's fine to put this in the kitchen. It should be fine. It should be okay. It should be cool. These days, though, Uchikoshi is... I'm interested in, like, what he's doing. Because there was, like... He's still working on projects, obviously. Apparently he did 1 or 3 routes or so in 100 line, and he also he has involvement definitely within I the Somnium Files, the No Sleep for Kaname Date, but he does seem to be taking a step back from things. So it's like, I wonder if that's something that he really wants to do, or if he's doing that because he's busy. It might be that he's just like really busy, you know, and needs the space to like be like, hey, I'm gonna take a step back from things. But hopefully he still wants to, I don't know, take the lead on like certain other projects. Hopefully there's something in the works. I'd like that. Where should I put this? Ah, J. If this is mine, surely this would go inside the... Well, meh. Unless it's something like super egregious, I'll just probably put it where I can. Is there one that's empty? Oh, this one's this one is mine. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, never mind. I will get some stuff out of you guys' drawers and put them in mine, because that'd be a very smart idea. That'd be incredibly smart. We might be getting another Zero Escape game in the near future. I think I heard somebody say that recently. I don't freaking believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, if it did end up happening, I'd be pleasantly surprised. I'd be incredibly happy. But I have to see that before I actually freaking believe that. Because I don't know. Like there seems to be like some rumor going around about it. I mean, it would definitely, I think that would be well, after years since completing the 3rd game, it's like I've made peace with the ending of the 3rd game. But I remember when I played it, I was probably like most people, where it's like, okay, all right, cool. And that was just kind of the end of it. So like my gut reaction is like, well, do you need to bring back the series? And it's like, yeah, I think you could. I think you could. I think you could even possibly retcon some stuff. It might help. It might help just a little bit. A little bit of stuff towards the end. A little bit of stuff. But for the most part, it's like I've made peace with the 3rd game. I think it's fine. I can definitely understand why people leave that game disappointed, though. That makes sense to me. Was this mine? Or it is. It is. Can I put this like right? I mean, it would have to technically. It's fine. We could just leave it right there. As long as the game says it's okay. It's like, I'm okay with it. I'm alright with that. I mean, we're technically also getting Danganronpa 2x 2 times 2. X is 10 in Roman numerals, so it's Danganronpa 2. I don't know. We're getting the next Danganronpa game, and it's like, okay. I guess it's supposed to... I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. I can open this. Wow, okay. Well, that would have changed the game had I realized this. I don't even think I realized I could open this when I originally played this game. Okay. All right. And I can't move any of these. All right, I think I'm all set. No, I'm not. I forgot about this. Okay. I see a lot of people making theories about like, oh, it's going to tie back around into like a canon timeline or something. Like the timelines are going to merge together somehow, some way. I don't know. Different theory crafting things, and those are definitely a possibility. I have no clue. To me, I just take it at face value and see it's exploring an alternate timeline of Danganronpa 2 and how characters would react in certain situations. But I don't know how I don't know how I would I don't know how to feel about it quite yet. I know that Kadaka has left Spike Chunsoft, so it's like he definitely has involvement with that project for sure, but it's also like I know other people are taking the mantle on it, and I'm not to say that it's impossible for other people to take the handle on a certain game series. It's definitely possible, and it can turn out really well, but it's like I have to play it before I have any hope for like, oh, Danganronpa could come back. I think especially with Danganronpa though, it's like for obvious reasons, I feel if you've played through all of the games, I'm not gonna try and go into spoilers, but it's like for obvious reasons, if you played through all of the games, especially V3, it's like I think there's a very distinct reason why Danganronpa should not be brought back from the dead. But I don't know, maybe they're just gonna retcon V3 or whatever. Maybe they'll just do that. This shouldn't be here. Why is this here? My favorite games in that series are probably, I would say 2, then 3, then 1. And then if you had, if you put a gun to my head and asked me to really think about it, I guess I would say Danganronpa 3, the anime, and then I would say Ultra Despair Girls. And then I would say that one. Oh man. Oh, Ultra Despair Girls. How you exist. How you exist and we're a game that existed. Truly. But I think I'd rather be in a conversation about the Danganronpa 3 anime than Ultra Despair Girls. That sounds, I mean, they both don't sound like super awesome times, but I think Danganronpa 3 at least had some interesting ideas, perhaps. So this goes on to the corkboard. And this one can go over here. After I move, though, it's probably like, again, it's like I don't know if I'm gonna do like a variety gaming slot, so to speak, where it's like it's Hunterline and then Ever 17 and then one new random game every week or something like that, or if it's gonna be just hop into the 3rd game series like I usually do. If I did hop into another series, what are like highest on my list? There's a visual novel called well, first of all, there's Expedition 33, the game in which I pre-ordered and then proceeded to never play ever. I just didn't play it, and it won a myriad of awards and everyone loved it, and then I just never played it. So that's pretty high on the list. I have to play that eventually. There is that. And then what would I say? There's a visual novel called Zato. I think it's called Zato. I love the world and everything in it, apparently. And I have that. That doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. I have that, and I wanna try and play that eventually. It's pretty high up there on my list. But I also want to, I mean, Zato is going to be a very short game, but also I want to try and make sure that I'm not doing a ton of reading-based games, because I want to make sure that my voice is somewhat decent. Somewhat decent, if I can help it. If I can help it. these shoes over here. Actually just need to empty out these 2 boxes because they're kind of blocking the view. They're kind of blocking the way. You put this to the side. And then this over here. Alright, cool. Alrighty. And then other things. There's supposed to be like different games like Hollow Knight and more what I consider to be more gameplay based games. Although I'm certain Hollow Knight has a story. I'm fairly certain about that. So different gameplay games like that, or friggin' at some point I will challenge myself and I will try and attempt to play YS on stream. Is it called Ys or something? It's by the same people that did the Trails series, which I vaguely know about. And it's supposed to be way more gameplay focused, way more tough, unforgiving, that sort of thing. So it's like, I want to try it and see how it goes. But I don't know when. I don't know when I'm ever going to get around to doing that. These are game cartridges. I guess they could go top here. They could do that. I could put them there. Have you heard of Higurashi or and Umineko? I have. I have played a bit of the Higurashi visual novel. I started with the anime first, and I liked the anime, even though it was it was the anime, so it was very kind of all over the place. But I liked it, and then I read some of the visual novel. I've never completed it. Maybe for a Halloween stream, like one of these days, I'll go through and actually read it proper. Because I know there's a lot of different moving factors to Higurashi. This, like, you can only really experience in the visual novel. So it's like, I get that, but I have not played the visual novel yet, even though I technically plan to. And then for Umineko, I'm aware of the story. I'm aware of the story and the major story beats and what happens. I have not played it myself, but I've basically played it, if that makes sense. I've basically played it. So I really like Umineko. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then I probably have more of a personal attachment to Higurashi just because I experienced that first, and like, I don't know, I really care about the characters in that game, but it's not to say that I don't care about the characters in Umineko, because there's a lot of good character writing there. So I've technically played a little bit of Umineko with some friends as well. So this is not going to work over here, is it? Oh, speaking of Umineko, though, there is one of the games I'm supposed to play at some point is the house of Fata Morgana, the house in Fata Morgana, I guess. I think it's slightly similar vibes maybe to Umineko. So at some point I have to play that. Because I literally own it, and there's no reason not to do so. I mean, I own Umineko as well. I mean, I own Higurashi as well, so there is that. But yeah, there's the house in Fata Morgana, and I'm looking forward to that one. I think that for that series, it depends, because the vibe that I get from House in Fata Morgana is that it's very it's got a serious subject matter, maybe, or maybe a few of them, in the same way that Umineko and Higurashi, they have a couple of few serious subject matters in there. So it kind of depends on what I can do on that front. But I would love to have kind of like friends sort of join for voice acting in the streams, or like voicing the characters, I guess. It doesn't have to be voice acting. but voicing different characters. I think that'd be cool. That's something that I wanted to do with the house in Fata Morgana, and then also Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney whenever I get around to actually playing that for real. So. Oh, we've graduated. All right, so this is post-university. Maybe I'll put this, like, right here. I like this song. This one's good. Are there any other visual novels off the top of my head? Off the top of my head, which I have plans to play? I don't think so, but I enjoy doing like different voices for the characters, even if it severely limits how long I can play the game. What could be a 3 to 4 hour stream becomes like a 2-hour stream when I'm the one trying to do distinct voices for all the characters, because I imagine most people are kind of listening in the background, right? While they're sort of doing dishes or like whatever else. So I try and make the voices distinct enough where it's like you could probably tell who's talking. You could probably tell who's talking. But I have fun with the voices, so it's like I don't think I'd probably stop playing through visual novels anytime soon. I can't play a lot of horror-based visual novels, though. I can't do that, which I know Fata Morgana technically is... It looks kind of gothic, it looks kind of scary, it looks kind of psychological horror, if I had to guess. So, you know, fun times. Fun times whenever that comes around. But I think outside of Higurashi and then that one, it's like, I don't know how much I have interest in playing too many horror visual novels. I guess it kind of depends. I made it through Little Gritsushu's, technically. I did do that. Good on me. Maybe I can. This can't go anywhere else, can it? Can I fold this? I can. Alright, well... This one's a skirt, so I kind of want to put this one up here. Alright. And then here are some shoes as well. What the heck is this? Is this a sport thing? I guess it is. Yeah. I guess it's a sport. Sports stuff. I have no clue what it actually is. It's just a regular backpack, maybe, right? That's not what I meant to do. What is this? Check. Okay. I know, like, in my... Sorry, I know, like, the conversation just got mostly centered around visual novels. I know in my free time, I'm slowly trying to make my way through, what is it called? The witch, the witch trial, magical girl witch trials. I think so. It's like I'm slowly trying to make my way through that. That's off stream. That's something for me because I'm like I'm playing it in Japanese, and so like if I see any word that I don't know, it's like, okay, I'll take a note of that and then kind of like study it, if that makes sense. But that's not like an on-stream thing. It's pretty good so far. I like it. But I'm shocked. There's like so many people who have because I think there's like translation tools that you can use if you don't know Japanese to like translate the visual novel for you. There's so many people who have seemingly done that and are like, I freaking love this game so much, and they still haven't added an official English translation for that game. Which is kind of funny to me. But I mean, it's I think it's better to do that and try for a good quality English translation rather than try and force it, if that makes sense. Because that's technically what happened with Never 7. And that's technically what happened with Never 7, and I don't love that translation. I also played through friggin' what was it? I played through I completed, after months of playing through it, I completed Volcano Princess the other day. And that was fine. I liked it, but it's also like that is an example of a game that has a rough translation. Oh man, that was pretty rough. So different things like that. It's like I'd rather you probably not force it, if that makes sense. The vibes of magical girl witch trial is very, this should not go up here. But where does it go? What should I do? I guess I'll just put them on the floor over here. The vibes are very much like Danganronpa, Ace Attorney, Madoka Magica sort of thing. So it's kind of right up my alley of games that I really like and games that I want to play. I want this to go over here. Actually, wait, it can go, yeah, okay, it can go there. Ah. Am I really gonna put like one shoe in here and then go over here and put the other shoe in here? All right, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? All right. This can go onto the seat. At least to me it can. Oh, this is like an employee uniform. Okay. Well, then I'll put this. I have all the jeans and daytime clothes up here, the pajamas over here, and I guess work attire can go over here. It kind of depends. There's only one work attire, so there is that. I guess it can kind of go wherever. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. All right. Anything? I guess this will probably be a little bit of a shorter stream just because I've gotten through most of the updates that I need to talk about, and also because I want to go to bed early. I'm gonna make myself some chicken noodle soup and I'm going to hope and pray that everything goes well. And if everything goes well, we'll be back tomorrow. So But I am feeling like a little warm, if that makes sense. Just like a little like I'm fighting off something. Something. So still though, that might be, I mean, the heating, I talked about it, like the heating system was a little bonk. It was a little broken, if that makes sense, but it seems to be fine. It seems to be fine now. It's just like it's really loud. You can probably hear it in streams now, honestly. I hear it now. Right? It's just like the heating system is loud, very, very loud. Before I go, may I recommend a series for you to play? It's called Abime or Abime series. It's basically like a trilogy of life or death games inspired by the Zero Escape series. I can look that up. Let me look at it. Abime. Abime, not Amibi. Abime. There we go. I can't find it. Shoot. Is there like a name for the first one? Well, if you've already left, but thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I'll look into it for sure. I keep typing in Abime, and then Google thinks I mean anime or abyss. It's like, I mean none of these things. Can you just show me the visual novel? Ah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, there we go. I see it. I appreciate the recommendation. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. I have that wish listed. Oh, that's very... Yeah, that's very Danganronpa. That's very Danganronpa. I know there's a lot of, like, Danganronpa fan games. This is not a fan game. This is like its own thing that's taking inspiration from Zero Escape and similar stuff. But I know that there's a certain group of Danganronpa games where it's like it's literally just Danganronpa, you know, but their own spin on the thing. I think it's kind of crazy that there's such a thriving community behind making fan games that are specific to that, you know? Like, not in a negative way of like, oh, like I don't agree with it. Like, no, like very positively. Like it's kind of wild that there's so many different directions that people would want to take the series, and like, oh, like, what if I did this thing, and what about this idea, and this and that and the other. It's really cool. It's really cool. So I am aware that like some of them, there are quite a few of them that probably don't see, that get announced and then don't see the light of day, probably. But some of them actually are being developed and worked on. And that's cool. That's really neat. And then as for Zero Escape inspired games, I think I'm aware of like one other one. I don't remember the name of it right now, but I also like, I heard mixed things about it. So I probably wasn't gonna check it out anyway. All right. I think here is a good place. Again, it's like a lot of that's way earlier of a stream. Well, is it? Do I want to end it right here? I have one more box. One more box. All right, I'll do this one more box and then we'll call it for today. Where do I want to put this though? Where does this go? Can I put these over here and then? There's too much stuff on the floor over there. I would put the sports stuff like under the bed. That's what I like typically do in real life. So anything like a frisbee, a yoga mat, weights, anything of that nature. Although I put the weights over here in the closet. So, it's fine. There's a top part over here. Let me put this like right here. Oh, it's D&D. Oh, that's nice. I think I've talked about it before. I've only played through 2 one-shot campaigns for D&D. And so I'm like very new. It's again like intimidating to me. But it was really fun. It was really, really fun. Okay, that was it. There are 2 things that can't exist right here. I see. What about over here? Bathroom is good. There's a few stuff over here that can be fixed. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright. How does this not go over here? Well, I guess, yeah, it would be blocking the sound. Okay, that's fair. I guess it goes over here then, yeah? And then we can put this, like, right here. Okay, fair. This friggin' cutting board. Okay, let's put this here. And oh, this goes over here. Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, I also forgot to mention Syconia. I'm also it's 2 games. It's the Magical Witch Trials and then Syconia, which is the next series after Higurashi and then Umineko. I'm also slowly playing through Syconia in Japanese, and that's like off stream. And Syconia is not even done, so there is that. It's like more military based, so it's a lot. I mean, it's fantasy military based. It's a lot more military based, so it's going very slowly to put it that way. It's going very, very slowly, but I also kind of enjoy that one as well. I don't know where to put this. I can't put it here. I can't put it here. I can put it anywhere within it, so I can put it right here. I wonder what the proper placement for this is. Am I forgetting something? Can I move this? I cannot move these. Huh. Can I put it like right here? I can't move this either. Like, for example, can I put this in here? That also works. To me, this seems more proper overall, but I'll keep this as it is right here. All right, cool. This is all set, and then just this bag. Just this bag. Surely the bag can go there, but okay. You can just move the bag when you're sitting there and then move it back. Can I put it under the bed? Apparently not. Yeah, apparently not. Okay. Not up here. Somehow you can put it up here. Okay, well, I don't want to put it there. No. Can I? Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. This was a big day. I'm ready for bed. Fair. Fair and valid. 2010. Is this the boyfriend level? Yeah, it is. All right. Well, I don't know when I'm going to continue this game. Probably as I get closer to actually moving in real life. And probably maybe need some streams to just decompress. I'll probably be picking up some more of this game again. So expect more of it maybe towards a later March, later of this month. But that was Unpacking. Let me go to... Yeah, let's go to main menu here. All right. And let me go ahead and look for somebody to raid over on Twitch. If anyone's online. But if not, no worries. I don't think so. Yep, I think I'll probably just send you off into the void. Alright, let me go ahead and go over to ending screen then. Alright, well this was fun. This was nice. It was relaxing, obviously not story focused, just me kind of yapping a little bit. But it's good to have like yapping streams every once in a while, I think. It's something that I want to do more as the year goes on and as things sort of change and new models and different things of that nature. It's definitely something that I wanna do a little bit more of. So, but yes, that was some more cozy, chill Unpacking, the best cozy game in existence. I mean, it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there for my top favorite cozy games. But yes, I will be back, assuming that I don't get sick. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to have some warm tea and warm soup and go to bed and not stress about my computer. And assuming that everything goes well, I'll be back tomorrow with some more Ever 17. And the voices might be a little bit rough, but it's okay as long as I can get through some more of the story. And then after that, on probably likely Sunday, but if not, maybe Saturday, we'll be continuing some more 100 Line Last Defense Academy. And I want something to happen. I'm gonna be so honest, I want something to happen. It feels like they're just saving it for this big moment. And it's like, I feel like we're past the point at this point where it's like, I think you can just tell me. I just want to see Sire, to be honest. I just want to see my mascot character. Imagine if Monokuma showed up for like the first 20 minutes and then just never showed up again. Where is he? So there is that. But I will go and rest, and I hope you can rest as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whatever time it is, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.